Hello everybody, welcome to continentaL Update, where we update you on things you know and what you don't know around Africa and around the world. Today we are going to talk about Gambia. The Gambia is a small country located in West Africa. It is bordered by Senegal to the north, east and south, and has a short coastline along the Atlantic Ocean to the west. Gambian dish is a blend of African, European and Asian influences. Some of the most popular dishes in Gambia include domoda, a peanut stew made with chicken or beef, vegetables and potatoes. It is considered the national dish of Gambia. Approximately 95.7% of the population is Muslim, most of whom are Sunni, with a small Ahmadi Muslim population. The Christian community makes up to 4.2% of the population, the majority of whom are Roman Catholics. In the Gambia, Mandinka is spoken as a first language by 38% of the population, Portuguese Creole by 1% of the population, and English by 0.5% of the population. But they have other languages like Wolof, Soninke, and Jola. This discussion focuses on the Gambia since the late 15th century for a treatment of earlier periods and of the country in its regional context in West Africa. Gambian history before the arrival of the Europeans has been preserved to some degree in oral traditions. Its history is closely tied to that of neighboring Senegal, since it was only in the late 19th century that a distinction was made between Senegal and the Gambia. Until that time, the region is often referred to as Senegambia. The Gambia achieved independence on February 18, 1965 as a constitutional monarchy within the British Commonwealth. Shortly thereafter, the government proposed conversion from a monarchy to a republic with an elected president replacing the British monarch as chief of state. The first written records of the region come from French traders in the 9th and 10th centuries. In medieval times, the region was dominated by the trans-Saharan trade and was ruled by the Mali Empire. In the 16th century, the region came to be ruled by the Songhai Empire. The Gambia was first discovered by the French traders in the 9th and 10th centuries. The region was dominated by the trans-Saharan trade and was ruled by the Mali Empire in medieval times. The first Europeans to visit the Gambia River were the Portuguese in the 15th century, who named it Senegambia. In the late 16th century, English merchants attempted to begin a trade with the Gambia, reporting that it was a river of secret trade and riches concealed by the Portuguese. Colonization of the Gambia began in 1651 with forts and outposts being erected on several islands. The Colanders remained dominant until 1659, when their possessions were handed over to the Dutch West India Company. In 1660, the Colanders resumed possession, but the next year was expelled by the newly formed Royal Adventurers in Africa. In 1667, the rights of the Royal Adventurers to the Gambia were sublet to the Gambia Adventurers, but later reverted to the new Royal African Company. The English possessions were captured several times by the French. But in the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713, the British rights to the region were recognized by the French. Following Senegambia Confederation, the Gambia gained independence from British on February 18, 1965. Some interesting facts about Gambia. It is the smallest country in mainland Africa, making it even smaller in mainland Africa. Agriculture is a major source of income. The Gambia is predominantly a Muslim country. The Gambia is home to 9 different tribes. There are close to 600 species of birds to look out for. If you don't know, now you know. The Gambia is a small West African country bounded by Senegal with a narrow Atlantic coastline. It's known for its diverse ecosystems around the central Gambia River, abundant wildlife in its Kiang West National Park and Bao Balong Wetland Reserve includes monkeys, leopards, hippos, Highness and Rebels, the capital, Banjul, and nearby Secrete after access to beaches. Thank you for watching, and this is continentaL Update. Kindly subscribe to support the channel.